And we're live, playing some Ruby Grim Eclipse. Got the Juniper team, so I'm gonna try one of theirs with the controller this time from the beginning. Just getting my second screen kind of on the game. Looks like it's not. You have to go into YouTube itself. It's not showing me the fact that I have something here. Let's go. There we go. I have my same friend as before with me in chat, so if you hear someone who's not me, it's my friend Raz.
No Razaki.
That person. That or it's just a figment of your imagination. Get up there, we go.
The difficulty is that I'm actually a figment of your imagination, but they can still hear me.
Don't tell them my secrets. Chapter 1, Boots on the Ground. I don't remember if I read that last time or not. Hopefully I don't die as much as I did last time, since I sort of know what I'm doing more.
Get ready.
Didn't really
Enemies
notice
nearby.
a tutorial in this game, so you know. General abilities I noticed in the other videos, but they might not actually be shared between the characters.
Nice work, students!
I thought they were.
As you know, we've been having some trouble with the security network in this area. We need boots on the ground to investigate. That means you, team. Onward!
Could they perhaps be locked behind some kind of a threshold?
This belongs back at Beacon.
What do you mean?
I have no idea, I'm just asking.
No, I was able to learn general abilities on my other character, which kind of sounded like they were possibly usable on the other characters that you might play, but...
I see what you mean.
Yeah, there was like a general tab, and then there was other tabs, which I don't even know if I can even look at that right now. Because my controller doesn't allow you to look at that function, but the keyboard does for some reason. Yeah, there's the ultimate, team attack, combo, and then general. General doesn't necessarily mean it's shared by all characters.
No, but I can kind of see what you mean, because I remember when I was playing, I think it was League of Legends, there were certain like spells and abilities that you unlocked that were for you, the player, not your champion, so you could use them no matter what.
Haven't really played that
and
game
I thought
myself.
you might be referring to something like that, maybe, where it's universal. I beg your pardon, I cut you off. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying how I haven't actually played League of Legends.
I played it very briefly for a little while once, and I got a bit of a feel for it. It's kind of like Heroes of the Storm, but they are unique.
Closer, my pretties.
Leave it to me.
She has pretty good range on that, looks like. Better than the Ruby did. Possibly. It took me at least the first mission to figure out how to shoot in this game. Because every weapon is a firearm in this game. But it's kind of like firearm and... Well, Ruby like wields a scythe that is also oh my god, Lord, that's like a sniper rifle.
You won't
Or
be missed.
someone else has like a shotgun that's also like nunchucks. Or a staff even, when he connects them together.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Like, you know, the first villain you see in the game has a cane that is, I guess, like a cane as a weapon, but it's also like a, you know, gun too.
Jeez, that almost sounds like Ruby.
That's what I said, Ruby. Grim Eclipse is the game I'm playing.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I'm familiar with the franchise.
Beautiful.
One of the
Oh,
first
yes,
characters.
the Emerald Forest is filled with the ruins of ancient kingdoms.
Well, yeah,
Keep
she
an
is
eye
one
out
of-
for artifacts.
I have a vague
Dr.
familiarity
Rubik
with
is
the
always
franchise
looking
as
to
a
expand
whole. Very,
Beacon's
very
collection.
vague.
I've seen every single episode of the thing.
I like Yang. She seems cool.
Yeah. How much of Ruby have you actually seen?
Barely any. I've seen a couple of snips and clips and stuff that were like put together into compilations. Never actually watched a whole episode yet.
Okay.
Haven't had the opportunity.
Well, Rooster Teeth is the where the stuff actually originates from. So just go to the Rooster Teeth website to find the show. You can also go to
Form up.
YouTube to find it as well.
Okay.
I'm shooting something, but I don't think it counts. I'm not quite down in its area yet.
You say that like it matters. There's like 3 or 4 bosses in Dark Souls you can kill with a bow without ever even having to go into their arena.
I have to go down to where this thing is, it looks like. Or at least, I didn't notice this creature taking any damage. I was like,
Well, that's an improvement.
Stab it in the dick! Or I guess shoot it in the dick. Whatever, you know what I mean.
I don't know how many of these actually have those. But yeah. He punched me in the... Promise to knock combo down. What is that? Oh, dodge. That might be why. I might have been using the wrong button. Counter.
I hate when I do that. I did it just recently where I went from playing one game to another one, and in the one you use triangle as a counter button, Shadow and Mordor, or Armageddon games, or whatever, and the other square is like a block and parry button.
You hit a shot and I don't remember hitting the fire button.
Uh-oh. But yeah, you go back and forth playing the 2 games, and all of a sudden you just can't block for crap. You're instinctively pushing the wrong button.
Another victory.
Ow. Seems to take more of a hit on this one than Ruby does, which is weird, because I honestly expect her to be more solid than Ruby is.
Who?
I'm trying to think of this character's name. Part of Team Jennifer, it's the one... whatever it is, you know that, the leader of Team Jennifer, I forget what his name is, Jock? It's the one he has a crush on. No, that's Weiss. It's the one that he has a crush on later on in the storyline, but she kind of likes him from the get-go.
I'm gonna remind you I haven't seen the show, so that means nothing to me.
Yeah. I remember that after a while, it's like... You probably haven't seen that part where those two are sort of a couple.
The security control center for this region is inside that cave. Go have a look and maybe we can discover what
Honestly,
the problem
you probably
is.
haven't even seen the part where,
I've seen basically nothing in terms of like story or development.
yeah, I'm guessing you haven't seen the part where,
This is coming
Joan of
with
Arc.
us.
It's not Joan of Arc, like, it's the male character that's supposed to be Joan of Arc, but, you know, like, Ruby's supposed to be like Red Riding Hood, is who she's based on, sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Fucking what?
You asking me a question, or was that something else?
Yeah, that was me asking you a question. Are you high? That made no sense.
Well, Ruby, you know, like the one who wields the scythe, is actually based on Little Red Riding Hood. I'll admit, Little Red Riding Hood, you don't really see her with a scythe, but how many times do you actually see Little Red Riding Hood where she's literally, you know, got that exact, she looks exactly like Ruby would, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like I'm just having a hard time comprehending how Ruby is supposed to be red. Like, what the fuck is the analogy there? Apparently I need to see the show.
Yeah, you do.
Because I'm not going to say that doesn't work, but like, with my cursory lack of knowledge, that makes no goddamn sense. And that sounds weird. So yeah, gonna have to watch that. But you might have to wait because Chewie is demanding that I finish watching Naruto first.
You can watch more than one anime at once, I do.
Some sort of foreign object.
See, you're not a stroke
That's
victim.
overboard.
No, I can't if I want
Never
to be
mind.
able to retain
Defend
anything
the
about
control
him.
center while I undo the damage. Make
Well,
sure your weapons are loaded and your
might have that
mustache
issue,
wax is stoned. This could get
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Huh,
Like,
not
I
really.
can't be playing two games at once and follow the story of both of them anymore. That just doesn't work. But I put down that Secret of Mana reboot to play the 2015 Tomb Raider game, and completely forgot what the hell was going on in Secret of Mana.
Oh, over here.
Which is funny
This
because
belongs
I've
back
beaten
to Beacon.
Secret of Mana before. I should know what the hell is going on in that game.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I've never played that game.
It was an old Super Nintendo RPG by Squaresoft. The Mana series has spawned a lot of other more successful games, but yeah, it got a remake of the Super Nintendo classic a while back,
Leave it to me!
which is actually pretty good in my opinion. But it's super faithful to the original game in
Wait, one
most
of the
ways.
Students, we're a quarter of the way there. Keep up the good work.
You might be chill.
If I were playing that game, would I not?
Leave it to me!
It's blocking most of these hits, but apparently they count as hits anyway. They're doing a little bit of damage to it.
Halfway point, team.
Halfway good. ulting and trying to defend us more than I felt.
Leave it to me!
You can do it!
Ultimate! I love how the ultimate doesn't actually kill stuff. Except, oh, I interrupted. I'm going away from it. She might not be as fast as I am.
Always be better.
Leave it to me!
Dodge! Better die. I guess still you just turn around, shot somebody, and it died. Now what? That took some time. I don't mind if I just sit here and shoot you to death. You don't have much of an opinion on that matter.
Well, he has an opinion, it's just you don't care what it is.
Hold on just a little longer. We're almost finished.
Sort of.
Leave it to me!
Kind of like me when I ask my girlfriend if she wants the tool belt on or off, regardless of what she said, as I tell her.
Gordon, remember?
What, you don't like C-Lab 2021?
No problem, just, you know. Just reminding me. Ow, jerk, don't hit me. Yep, run away.
Leave it to me!
It's kind of amazing. You're over there doing that, and I'm here farming Eternal Fire, which is exactly what I was doing on this day 10 years ago.
Neat. Honestly.
Well, that may not necessarily be a bad thing.
The control center has suffered severe damage.
I don't care. Not we were saying my game's kind of
I was about to say, sick bird, dude.
but my game has something I'm supposed to kind of defend. I'm letting it absorb some damage sometimes. I'll admit. Get away from that.
See, this is why the game wants you to pay closer attention.
Ow, 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 I hurt you. hurt.
Leave it to me!
Bravo, team, bravo! The security network in this region is shipshape once again. I'll get some of our staff to see if they can find anything about that mysterious symbol. Excellent work.
I got some new skills I could do. I'll have one of the next mission. I'll do that because I didn't die once. Improvement, I guess.
Not dying is usually an improvement.
Yeah, you have like a regenerating health bar in this game. Or a shield, I guess, kind of. So how far into Naruto are you?
Oh my god, that's a good question.
Why does that not work? I'm supposed to be able to go into new skills by pressing my up arrow, but that doesn't want to work, so luckily I have a keyboard.
I know that Sasuke had started to be consumed by the evil power of his curse mark, and Sakura had been training with Tsunade to become like super strong, and Naruto had just met Jiraiya, who is like my favorite guy since Master Roshi, I swear to God. You know, I fucking love
if you think about it, he's basically their version of Master Roshi, the Privy Sensei.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's one of those things. I can definitely identify with those characters. I'm not a bad person. I'm just a terrible perv with no sense of tact. Put that on your stream and smoke it.
It is on my stream actually right now as we speak.
Yes, I know. I was trying to. Never mind.
Another area, another security network in need of repairs.
I must be
Keep
really
an
short,
eye
man.
out for any
That's how
clues about who
things
did
go over my
this.
head.
We're all counting on you.
Well, there's also the fact that you're dealing with a dude who used to be a super smart, wanted to be a comedian, blah, blah, blah. And then he had a stroke and his whole brain kind of unraveled from the inside out. Half the time, it's not you. I don't realize how stupid my own jokes are. They sound better inside my head before I say them out
I
loud.
didn't say your joke sounds stupid, I said I just didn't get your joke.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's your
This
fault.
belongs back at Beacon.
I'm pretty sure it's my fault. At least some of the time. Oh, this one! Oh my goodness. One object close to me. 3 objects far from me. I shoot 3 things. Then I hit the close one on the 3rd shot.
Well, that's anime logic. If there's 12 enemies in front of the character and they have a katana,
These are more
they'll
dangerous than the
unsheath
grim
it. There'll
you
be a
fought
flash
before.
of light.
When it sees
All
you, it
of
will
the dudes
spin
in the back
before it
row will
charges.
fall to the ground
While
in
it's
bloody
spinning, dodge
heaps.
out of the
And then
way.
the guy
You will
directly
be
in front
disoriented after
will
passing.
take another step
That's when you
forward
strike.
as they're sheathing the sword and then die after everyone else. And you can't argue because you know that's freaking true.
I want to die! Oh my goodness.
Because Jesus.
I don't know if that exists in this game, honestly.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I have not really noticed because Jeep is in this game from the, let it die. First so many seasons that I've watched of this. You can actually see this one's health bar. I'm a little bit closer. Not die.
Leave it to me!
Got it.
Yeah, and I thought Attack on Titan was going to have a freaking good plot twists. We all get disappointed by the truth sometimes.
Ow, 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 ow,
I don't know, that was pretty sick.
I've watched the first season of Attack on Titan, that's about it. And I don't read manga or anything, so I don't know if it has any,
I had a bunch of people trying to get me into it, so I started the first season, and the second season came out, and blah blah blah, and then I started talking to one of the people who's really into the manga, and he went ahead and spoiled basically where the manga is right now, and it's like, wow, that is so freaking disappointing. I feel like all those teenage girls who read the Twilight series only to get to the very last one.
We won again?
You need more friends like
Is
me,
that
eh?
a new record?
I'm slightly more caring about if I spoil something or not. I try not to, at least.
I'm actually kind of glad he spoiled that for me. It spared me a bigger letdown down the road.
Yeah, just like that thing I accidentally spoiled that did the same thing.
Wait, what?
I wasn't trying to spare you any pain, I just, you know... forgot you didn't know that.
No, what? What? Huh? I'm confused.
Yeah, you know, earlier when I told you about the artifact weapons, I forgot we did, you know, not discussed that before.
Yeah, well, frankly, every time Blizzard does
What
something,
of you?
I end up unhappy with it.
What of you? Okay. Echo's what Ruby does.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of run by something that's like a tower off in the distance, and it's like a valley, kind of, sort of. So I guess in the real world, if you're there, it does seem someplace where you'd be able to have an echo.
Yeah.
Ruby's my highest level character, but that's because she's, they seem to have a thing in the game where, like, you can go through a mission and then if you die, it doesn't restart you from the beginning of the mission.
Okay, it's got checkpoints.
Yeah, I haven't really noticed them either, like where it says saving sort of thing. I might have missed that part, but it wouldn't surprise me
I
if
know
they
it's
do
a
have them,
stretch,
and they
but
just
maybe
don't say
you
it 'cause
operate that
they don't even have a
mechanism
tutorial
to
of how to
extend
play
the
the
bridge.
game.
Nice.
I had to look it up in the help menu of the game.
Well, you know, the thing is, a lot of these people are getting spoiled for the way tutorials are nowadays. That's the way it used to be. You're dropped in a game, you know absolutely nothing, you don't even know what the buttons are, there's enemies moving towards you, you've got 5 seconds to live, fuck you. I'm just saying, like, there's people who keep making the statement, oh, Nintendo turned us into incredibly powerful gaming warriors. I'm not that far stuck up my own ass, but I do believe there is some level of truth to that. Those games were so fucking unfair and unforgiving, it just kind of tempered us for all the bullshit in the universe.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of games that are difficult to play, but they still kind of give you instructions on how to do stuff.
True. Yeah, that's certainly not a universal thing. I just mean that, in a general sense, back then, games were more vague, and I feel like there's some advantage to that over the way some of these tutorials are aggravating to get through even first, much less on a subsequent playthrough. Yeah, I'm just commenting on that particular factor of it. But you're right. There's a lot of freaking Nintendo games that. And in between where they were able to actually give direction and a subtle reason. But when you find one of those extreme examples, oh my god.
I've played some games where, yeah, like you say, their tutorial is just a bitch, and then on your second playthrough, tutorial is still a bitch.
You know, the thing is, like, on the second playthrough, there's no option to skip it or go through it faster. You can't, like, I already know where I'm going and what I'm doing, so I can circumvent some of the work. No, none of that. So it's just like agonizing to do on a second playthrough. That was honestly the thing that killed Zelda Skyward Sword for me. I really liked the game the first time through. The mountain tutorial and dialogue that you can't skip, can't speed up, oh my god. Unbearable.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, there's a lot of games that just give you the option to skip the tutorial. Hey, do you already know how to play this game? Yeah. Oh, cool. We'll skip all this boring crap you don't need.
Even if you can't skip the tutorial, it's sometimes nice to skip dialogue.
Yeah, where you don't have to sit and listen to the voices talk out each and every line. No, I can hit a button and just kind of like breeze through it real quick. Anything to expedite the process. Because I know sometimes, like during a tutorial, oh, they actually let you earn XP or get items that you'll carry into the first level of the game that will actually be helpful, so you don't want to skip the tutorial kind of thing.
Hold tight. The
But
bridge is
tutorials
almost
in
here.
general are just a video game concept that's changed a lot in my life.
Leave it to me.
And if you let me, I could talk on your stream for hours and hours and hours about that subject, because God, I'm a wordy bastard.
Well, I haven't had anybody complain about it in chat yet, so you're fine.
I need that back.
That's the
thanks.
best part. I can't even see that. I could sit here just pissing all kinds of people off, and you're the one who has to deal.
I don't know, you could be watching the stream in the background. I
Leave
don't
it
know.
to me.
I don't even know what your stream name is. How would I find it?
Delicious.
Huh, you know, I probably should have been able to guess that.
You saying I'm not creative enough to pick a different name? That would be right.
Well, that's not what I was trying to say, but since you put it out there like that, I'll totally take it. It's kind of like the fact that my stream name would probably be something like White Chocolate. Just because I'm sweet and everybody likes me and I want the ladies to put me in their mouth, but don't.
That's not the kind of white chocolate I was talking about, but sure.
Wait, what the hell other kind of white chocolate is there?
Well, I was talking about, like, you know, hot chocolate milk, that sort of thing. Music is from the soundtrack, but it's kind of,
Kind of,
Or just the music they're doing in the background is kind of for the other team, but I like what you say.
Leave it to me.
Oh, we died. We got too close to the big boss there. First death, not horrible, got to level 4.
Not bad.
I should have possibly... I don't know if I should have went close range or... long range with those things.
Yeah, you made it further than me on my last playthrough of Devil May Cry.
How far away?
Phantom kind of took me and made me his bitch. Level 3.
I'm just talking about my character level, not actual level of the game. I'm on the second level, I guess.
Oh. Well, that's the thing. A lot of games nowadays don't really have
it's a stretch,
levels,
but
so to
maybe
speak,
you
or rather,
operate
they don't
that
delineate
mechanism
them
to
in
extend
that
the
I'm talking about
bridge.
my character level, not really a stage I'm on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow. Oh, just the cost of something. Not the cost, I have to murder 2,000 things for it. I'm sure it won't technically be,
but... The important thing to remember is that if you put your mind to it, you can murder all of the things.
I did, all except for one, which was the final boss of this area. I guess maybe is it the area?
Ah, it worked!
At least a section.
To attract some grip. Happy hunting!
So, are the Grims physical, corporeal beings, or are they like supernatural, ethereal, ghostly shits? Do they bleed?
Not really, I guess.
Okay.
Leave it to me!
Not that I can't beat one to death, or they can't, you know, claw me to pieces.
Well, I'm asking, are they like ghosts or are they physical beings? Because I really haven't seen the show. Like, are they like hollows in Bleach where they can pass through solid matter and stuff?
I would say not.
Okay, so they're corporeal. They have like a physical body of something.
Yeah, for the most part. I've also for sure seen at least one Grim that is more ghost-like sort of thing. Or,
so like it is somewhat of on an individual basis?
Yeah, each one is different kind of. Like you have ones that look like, you know, Beowulfs or whatever, for example, the werewolf-looking creatures. They're different than, you know, the bears. People can look like a bear.
Okay. Benefit of being a mage, there are no wrong buttons. All of my buttons kill something.
What about your,
Actually, that
invisibility?
that kills things too.
How does invisibility kill something?
I've got the glyph that makes it fucking fire over when I do it. Wait. Does glyphs still exist?
Nope.
Well, that's another thing I spent a lot of time and money on. God, I hate you, Blizzard. The thing that kills me is, like, I have nothing against this game, it's just this isn't World of Warcraft. Like, why couldn't they have just made this a separate game?
Hold tight. The bridge is almost here.
Why couldn't there be World of Warcraft and World of Warcraft 2? They did that for EverQuest. And the two games play significantly different from one another.
Oh! Ow! Ow, that hurts, jerk.
Leave it to me!
I'm curious about how you block, because I haven't noticed the block option.
Maybe you have to do a parry?
I've seen a counter, but... Like, my character has a shield and, like, a javelin or a spear, kind of. Some of the characters do have, you know, part of their fighting styles is they do actually block attacks. Like Like even like Ruby with a scythe, I'm pretty sure I've seen her block and attack before.
Right. Well, I'm just... This is like a personal pet peeve of mine, but I always hate how people assume when they see a shield, oh, that automatically makes you a tank and a defensive character. Like, you guys do realize that a shield is not actually a piece of armor, right? So what is it? It's a fucking weapon!
What nonsense are you spewing?
Shield is a weapon.
I would argue that fact, 'cause I've seen Captain America, so yes, you know.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is Captain America is based entirely on the concept of not needing a sword and just having a shield as a... But, like, no, realistically, if you look at, like, historical martial arts and stuff, the shield has never been classified as a piece of armor. It's a weapon. It's just as useful for attacking your enemy as it is defending yourself. Bear in mind, that does depend on the style and size of the shield. Like, your big-ass, ridiculous Roman tower shields that covered the entirety of the body were not necessarily as nimble for hitting a person as your standard kite shield would be. You know, you tilt it so the pointy side is facing towards somebody, and then jam it towards them as hard as you can. It hurts. I promise you, it fucking hurts. And that's actually something I don't like about a lot of fantasy games. Is you usually like, oh, well, you don't really have a lot of tactical options with a shield. You use it to block attacks, and if you're really highly skilled, you can use it to shield bash something that's right in front of you. It's like, yeah, but that should be a basic function. You should be able to pick, like, defensive or offensive. I have seen historical manuals where people use shields that have spikes and stuff on them that are in no way, shape, or form designed to be defensive. It's entirely for, oh, someone sees that, so they're going to try to avoid that. And you start running at them with a giant spike wall. It's really effective.
Turned out to be not very effective.
How do you figure?
I don't know.
The thing is, shields were in use all the way up until the same time when plate armor fell out, when firearms got strong enough to penetrate plate steel.
Leave it to me.
I've been reading a lot of Star Wars books, and I've become obsessed with the idea of combining a lightsaber with a shield. Because why the hell wouldn't you do torch?
I'm just looking for a certain creature in my game. The field I'm in spawns a couple of waves, and then there's like you know, big creature that spawns for the rest of it.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
And I'm just waiting for it to spawn.
That should put it down.
Here I am babbling away about my
Leave it to me. We won again?
Yes, that's a
Is
personal
that a
pet
new
peeve of mine.
record?
Yeah, I won again with 0 deaths.
Funny thing though, I think I might have figured out how to make a shield for a Jedi.
How's that?
Well, in the second Darth Bane book, Rule of Two, he gets infested by these creatures called orbalisks. They're little fucking crab crustacean things. And they feed on the affinity for the dark side. But their carapace is resistant to heat and kinetic attacks. Like, basically, even a lightsaber glances off of it and doesn't hurt them. So Bane is completely encased in a shell of orbalisk armor, and he's fighting 5 master-level Jedi, and he lives. He kills them all.
Oh, because of the armor?
Well, that's like the thing, is like the first 3 Jedi that rush him all at once, one of them gets cut down immediately as they figure out, oh crap. They like slice through his robes and his clothing, and it does nothing as they're trying to cut his legs off, and he's not even attempting to defend himself. And then they panic because he cuts the one just down straight up. Yeah. Plus, Bane is also an incredible badass. He's like a super powerful freaking Sith. He's awesome.
I'm grabbing this for safekeeping.
But, yeah. So the thought going through my mind was, if I could figure out a way to gather up the carapaces of a couple dozen of these things, and then attach them to a surface, boom, I've got a shield that deflects lightsaber bolts, or lightsabers and blaster bolts.
Yeah, but can you keep the shells if they're not constantly feeding off the dark side?
Now, see, that's the thing I was curious about, because Bane actually loses the Orbalisk armor at the end of the book. But...
How does he lose it? Do they die, or...?
As it turns out, the Orbalisks are slowly poisoning him over time because symbiotic parasitic relationship. So in order for him to, like, not die at the end of the book, he has to have the parasites removed.
Just
but
as
he
I
loses
thought, more
all the
sabotage from our
benefits that
friend with the symbol.
Like, they enhanced
But those
his
cages,
ability to attune to the
someone
dark
trying to
side, so
capture
he was
Grim?
stronger, he was faster, he
I
was
don't like the looks
completely
of
and
this.
totally resilient
For
to
now,
pain.
let's just
No matter
focus
how
on the
much you
objective.
hurt him,
Defend that
it was
control
never
center
enough
while
to
I
actually
undo the
make him
damage.
stop.
Get ready.
But the problem is, as they're feeding on him, the dark side slowly corrupts and destroys the body from the inside out. They enhance and amplify that process.
Yeah, and after he removes them, could you re-equip them, or...?
No. Unfortunately, after having removed them, that's the thing, is re-infesting himself with them would have just continued the corruption process. No. In fact, the ones that are on him, their weakness is electricity.
Leave it to me!
And as he's going to kill the last of the two Jedi, his apprentice ends up finishing them off. The one that he's just finished off uses the last of his life to throw up a force shield, and his force lightning turns back on himself and fries himself hardcore. Like, Emperor Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith has got nothing on what Bane electrocutes himself like in this. And it kills a lot of the Orbalisks across his torso. And when they die, they release all these toxins into the body, and his flesh literally just starts dissolving and turning gangrenous and shit. So they have to be removed. They're like, now the Orbalisks themselves are killing. And they have to remove the rest of them that didn't die because he can't endure the toxins anymore. He needs to have the infestation taken out. There's also the fact that his apprentice Xana insisted on having the infestation removed because she knows good and goddamn well she can't fucking kill him as long as he has that armor. That's the thing, you kind of wonder, did he really have to lose it, or did she just need him to lose it so she could kill him?
Leave it to me!
Not at the end of that book, but there's one more that I'm still reading. I do know that Bane eventually dies, I'm just not sure if Darth Vader kills him or not. Because, like I said, third book, I'm like 1/3 of the way through it. But yeah, so, the thing is, the dead Orbalisks, they still can't get underneath the shells to perform any type of surgery or life-saving medical treatment on him. They still have to actually surgically remove them and all that. So as far as I can tell, even after death, the carapace shells still have, like, the energy and resistant properties. Because otherwise, yeah, you have the problem of I'm going to try and attach these things to my arm to make a shield, and I have to somehow not let them grow and cover the entirety of my body in kill. I don't know, it was weird, but I thought it was a cool idea.
Sounds interesting.
Well, it was just, again, I was absolutely convinced that if I could make it work, I was going to prove my friend wrong about the, No, you could totally do sword pull with a lightsaber. In fact, I would argue it would be more effective with a lightsaber. You don't have to worry
Hold on
about
just a
freaking
little
edge
longer.
alignment.
We're almost finished.
You can use the Force to enhance all of your motions. But my original idea before I settled on the Orbalist was I was trying to think of maybe like a plate of cortosis-lined metal, and I would attach like an EMP pulse to it to disrupt a lightsaber burst. Turns out that idea is way more dangerous than the Orbalist. I just don't know how long the Orbalists are good for once you get.
You won't be missed.
Like, can it only absorb a certain number of bolts and then collapse? Or... Of course, I realize I'm agonizing over, you know, details of a freaking fictional universe, but it's a fun thing to wonder about.
What's wrong with that? Some of my favorite channels on like YouTube analyze like World of Warcraft.
Sure. It's just an awful lot of effort to put into trying to make an object work that nobody has ever bothered to try to make.
Leave it to me.
After a while, you start to wonder if maybe there's a reason that nobody's ever tried to do it. Well, it's just that I'm stupid and shields don't work in Star Wars.
Shields do exist in Star Wars.
Not the kind I'm talking about, though. The closest thing you ever see to any of the movies are the shields that are being used by the Gungans when they fight the droids in Episode 1.
Right, the symbol we've been seeing belongs to
those are
Merlo
energy
Industries.
enhanced, and
It's an old research and
their
development
effectiveness is
corporation,
arguable.
far before your time. The company was crippled by the collapse
Who else
of
ever
Mountain
uses a
Glen,
shield in any of the
where they
movies?
lost their primary facility and chief staff members. They never recovered from the incident
not
and
sure.
eventually shut down. Which begs the question.
Yeah, that was my point. It's
Why
like,
is
I
there
had it pointed out to me that
technology
there's no
suddenly popping up in the
examples of
Emerald
anybody
Forest?
using it. Have you considered it's just a dumb idea?
I've never been one
Like,
for riddles
no,
and
how can it be a
history.
Literally,
More
you've
of a
got
man of
somebody
action,
running
if I
at you
do
with a
say so
sword.
myself.
Why would you not want to be
But
able
I
to put
think
your
I know
arm out
someone who
with an
can help.
impenetrable
Onward.
barrier
To
you can
victory.
use to defend yourself?
No, the problem with the lightsaber and impenetrable barrier is just there's not a lot of impenetrable barriers you can get against a lightsaber.
That's the thing you would think, but that's actually not true. There's a lot of different energy weapons and configurations you use to deflect a lightsaber.
Yeah, like ray
Because-
shields, different shields that, you know, droids have. Like in
That's
the,
honestly the
in
first
the
thing that I
books,
learned about
like a
Chewie
couple
was
of books
like,
that I've
but-
read, I'm pretty sure I've heard at least once about an actual, you know, shields that can, you know, block lightsabers, that sort of thing.
I haven't found that yet, and that drives me nuts because I know it's got to be there somewhere. But yeah, my one thought. Well, Chewie wanted to know why I was so obsessed with the idea of having a shield. It's like because I'm thinking of warrior-style sword and board combat enhanced with the Force. I go to do a tackle charge, put my shield in front of me, grab myself with the Force, and hurl myself on top of my running speed to smash through your defenses. I can suddenly shield break an opponent 2 or 3 times my size, you know? What I really wanted, though, was I actually went to the idea of, you know, the droid shields from Episode 1, where Qui-Gon's trying to cut through the door and the 2 battle droids show up and they have those omnidirectional bubble shields?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What would I have to do to get one of those?
Carry around a shield generator plus, I think, a battery for it, basically.
Well, that's basically what I'm trying to say is, like, how realistic could I make carrying a shield generator and battery pack for that particular style? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to do that. And he was just pointing out to me that the battery pack and everything would probably be pretty large and heavy and cumbersome.
How big
What
is the battery
exactly am I
pack,
going
though?
to do with
Because how big are droidicas? and they fit what? Battery pack for weapons, shields, and weapons themselves, all in their bodies, and movement.
Well, most droids actually have somewhat of an internal generator, and they have to recharge fuel.
Yeah, so you have fuel on your thing, but you just use one of those, like, attached to your hip or something like that.
Actually, that was what I was thinking, is take basically a battle droid's torso and whatever parts of it are necessary for a shield generator, and model it into, like, a backpack or something like that and carry it around with me. Boom. And then he wanted to know, okay, so what, you're just going to put up this shield and sit in the middle of it? What's that going to do for you?
Trying to think if I've done this level yet on my other character.
Oh, I thought maybe you were going to try and guess what my plan is, because my plan is awesome.
What's your plan?
I want that big giant bubble shield, and then I am going to grab myself with the Force and turn myself into a giant pinball of doom.
Professor Port informed me that you found some old Merlot Industries technology interfering with
And
us.
he started laughing kind of like that because he's like, "Oh my God, there's nothing anywhere in any of the lore that
Either
says
way,
you
I believe
wouldn't
it
be
should
able
be
to do
worth
that."
investigating the
Like,
Merlot
I know,
Industries
right?
building in Mountain
Picture
Valley.
that.
If
I've
my
got a
old
big
maps are
giant
accurate, it
bubble
should
that
be
reflects
located
all
somewhere near the
energy
center.
and kinetic
Just do your
attacks.
best.
I'm
Not
now
to
going
end up
to
like Gunny
use
Benny.
my Force power to grab it and use it as
I
a
heard Mount
bludgeon
Glen
to
is
beat
crawling with
things
Grim.
while I'm in
Be
the middle of it.
I don't see issue.
The hardest thing I could think about that would be like swinging the ball too fast might knock my concentration off or something like that. But yeah, that was my idea. That's my secret Jedi power. I'm the super monkey ball of doom.
Yeah, that'd be your issue.
That a Jedi could not do that. I would have to be either Gray or a Sith.
How, resistant to, if you're planning on what, rolling around to run over stuff in a bubble shield? Like, would you actually, like, stand up and run, or would you just, exit?
Oh, no, I'm not rolling around. Literally, I'm going to generate this shield, grab it with the Force, lift it up off the ground, and slam it into things. Like, it's going to be a giant floating orb of death.
Okay. I was picturing something like a hamster wheel.
Yeah, that was what he thought at first. I'm like, no. I want you to picture, like, I pick it up and use the Force to swing it around. It's like Sonic's Final Smash, or Pikachu's Final Smash in fucking Smash. Glowy orb of destruction flying around at my target. Picking up speed and smashing into things. Because, yeah, rolling around on the ground Super Monkey Ball style, how do I not get dizzy and, like, throw up?
Yeah. That's what I was, like, wondering about. How resistant to that would you be?
Yeah, that was what, that's the thing. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm literally just going to use the Force, pick the ball up, and hurl it at shit.
Another victory.
Because in the Star Wars universe, most energy constructs have mass, and they generate weight.
I'm going bowling. This is my ball, you are my pins.
Exactly. And the more I talked about this, the more Chewie was like, God, it's sad that we're not setting this up for like a game or an RPG or something, because you would be OP as crap with that power.
What's the fun of that?
Putting all of my points into force grip and force push and being able to just frickin' wreck people because of it.
Almighty push, almighty pull. Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
My
This
character's
belongs
And then if I was a
over the
Sith,
sidewalk.
the more it hurts, the worse it would get. What?
Oh, my character's having problems walking over a sidewalk. At least they were. Yeah, I can't walk over a sidewalk. I can jump and then walk over it, but my character won't step over it. They occasionally get
Oh,
stuck
I
inside.
hate that. Yeah, I hate that in video games when they do that crap. It's a damn ledge of half an inch. I should be able to walk over it.
Nothing's tried to kill me in the last second.
Well,
Walked
that's an
down a
issue.
path.
It appears the bridge is blocked. According to my map, you should be able to take a detour through the city's old waterway system.
See? There's always an alternate solution.
That sounds good. Take a detour. Yeah. Sure, no Grim live down here.
Of course they don't. Everybody happy.
The only person in this town, I think. I didn't need to be up there. In fact, I can fall down. It makes me think that I'm supposed to be down. I haven't been able to fall down anywhere I'm supposed to be down.
Activate the switch to open the lock. I hope it still works. It looks a little rusty.
There's a long corridor here. Then a switch. Oh, that wasn't the switch to open the door. That was the switch to flood the waterway you're in. That you cannot climb out of. You have drowned.
Maybe that wasn't.
Wow, I thought I heard you say something different for a second.
I didn't want to know.
Push the switch to fuck the water we're in? Like, what the hell is that even supposed to mean?
Leave it to me.
Anti-style or something?
I guess. I don't know.
Well, could be Bleach even too if you think about it. There's at least one of the dolls in that one season people don't like to talk about. There's water-based.
What?
You watch Bleach at all? Or?
I love the show, but I haven't seen it for quite a while.
Yeah, there's like one of the enemies in Bleach of I guess fillers seasons. Not everybody has actually seen it. Is it actually like a water-based enemy?
You sure we're not talking about Zabuza?
Always be better.
Talking about what?
Zabuza?
Don't know.
Water guy from Naruto?
Oh, he's another guy who uses water to stuff his apples. I'm talking about something from Bleach. There's like twins and like the I forget what it's called, but it's like the doll series where people like
Leave it to me.
control different things.
I did
Almost
not
like
make
puppets or
it
whatever.
far.
Leave it to me.
Wave 2 of 5. Oh, fun. Dodge, 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 dodge. Shot my spear
Okay,
over
hold on.
us.
Wow,
You won't be
inappropriate
missed.
much?
Well, my weapon is a spear, so not really.
I'm just saying, is it necessary to put it up their rectum?
Well, it rolls at me, spins, stuns itself, and it's facing behind me. Or it has its facing towards me, so that's all the extra effort I have to do to get in front of it. And I can just hit it sooner from behind.
Leave it to me.
Okay, fine, fair enough, jeez. Oh, I just thought of something.
What's that?
I don't know if the bosses drop Primordial Serenite on 10-man mode.
Oh, I couldn't tell you. I might have been able to at one point in time. I don't remember anymore.
I would have been able to at one point also, but I don't even come to Ice Crown for Transcom that often anymore. But I'm at this point where if I don't get the boots off the guy I want them to drop off of, I need to get some Primordial Serenite. And my alcoholic is not telling me that I have any more on my death knight.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't exist anymore.
No, it still exists, for sure, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not telling me that I have any on my death knight. Which I don't know if I just need to go update it, or what.
You might have to. Roy was having issues with it the other day, actually, where...
One less monster to worry about.
Wasn't what?
Where he wasn't seeing stuff on all his characters. Like, he was seeing stuff on the same realm, but on different realms, he wasn't able to see stuff.
Well, I know that that's a setting on there that you can change, but... Yeah, I might have to go through, maybe it's
well,
like
it's
not...
a setting you can do something with, but P wasn't actually able to do anything with it. Like, that part of the setting doesn't actually work. Oh my goodness. Take
Oh.
me sleep here. Okay, that was unexpected.
That's what she said. Well, I guess the plus side is even if it doesn't drop any Primordial Serenite for me to go complete the one thing, I can always turn around and just put on another character on 25-man heroic.
I guess. Good attempt to that. Oh, that hurt a little bit. One more.
Oh, it wouldn't be an attempt. I would undoubtedly succeed.
Another one? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's one of them things. I've finished this freaking place 4 times.
You won't be missed.
Aha! The door is open!
Ouch. That smarted a little bit. I thought there wasn't more than one of those. How can I go behind there? Up there? Huh. Well, so we need to actually go up here to get up this hill. Can't go this way, huh? No, okay. That's so funny.
I finished the boat encounter, or the airship encounter, before Sarfang finished giving the dialogue.
Neat.
Yeah, that was kinda cool.
Again.
We won't be missed.
Success.
Give me my shiny. Don't give me that sidewalk is blocking.
This is coming with us.
Rain down there. Glad it didn't have range that shot me from the sidewalls. But you couldn't kill him until later. Why can't I go through this little fence? It's weird, the city that this is supposed to be. I don't remember it being so big in the actual series when you see it. I think I've been here.
Beg your pardon?
The city I'm supposed to be in is larger in this game that I'm playing than it. I remember seeing it in the series. I think I was supposed to go that way.
The first South Park game on N64 was kind of like that. When you actually get to go out and wander the town, it ends up actually being much bigger than the town is in the show. At least at the time when the game was made. I realized that, like, comparing it to how the town of South Park is in the current seasons would be ridiculous, but...
Has it magically grown bigger over time?
Well, from what I understand, the last couple of seasons, there was actually a subplot where the city wanted to grow, or the town of South Park wanted to grow and become a city, so... Like, they started urban development projects. Downtown South Park became like an urban development project, and I don't know. Like, I really haven't watched the show that much in the last couple seasons because work got in the way.
There!
But
That's
apparently, like, yeah, the
I can't
town
believe how
actually
well it
changed
withstood the
a
years.
lot.
A shame still. Dr. Mallow would have never let something like this hinder the progress of his work.
But it's just funny to think about that because, yeah, I have the original N64 game, and it's like level 3. You get the freedom to go wander around basically the entirety of the town unchecked. And it's way bigger than the show would have ever made you think it was in terms of... And that is the whole point. They kind of, like, copied and pasted and drug out the supposed square footage of the town to make it a larger object. I get the impression that it was trying really hard to ride on the tails of games like 007 GoldenEye, but while the shooting mechanics aren't nearly tight enough to be comparable to that, it does have a really great deal of charm. If you like, if you can't stand South Park, my bad, dude, not bad while you're trying to play over there.
When does that bother?
I don't know, it might bother your stream people.
Not a single comment about anybody complaining about that.
Okay, as long as I'm not boring them to death. Ooh, I killed Precious. Can I get a ribbon?
What's the link from that?
Leave it to me.
Ring from my Precious.
No, I'm talking about Precious, the zombie dog in Icecrown Citadel.
Ow. I forgot I did that.
I believe that for killing Rotface, it can drop Precious's ribbon, which is a t-shirt, that gives you a special effect of making you best in show. Plus it's pink, and I think that's adorable, so I love it.
Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow
put him down.
It's funny how you say that right as I walk into the room where all the scarabs and needles and stuff come down on top of you. That's exactly how I feel.
That one's bigger than the last one. Oh, I think it is.
Leave it to me.
At least I didn't take much damage from that. Holy, yeah, 2 ultimates barely phase this thing. This will be fun. Dodge, then fire.
Okay, so I've killed all 3 of the bosses that could drop gear, and none of them dropped gear or freaking Serenade.
A lot of single player for a game that's supposed to have, I guess if you play multiplayer, there's kind of
Wait, the game you're playing has multiplayer?
I believe so.
Like couch co-op or online multiplayer?
Online, I believe. I don't really have it for console, so I don't know if it's... can't really tell that way.
What are you playing about? Steam?
Yeah,
Leave it to me.
that's smart. But hitting it with my ultimate while it's stunned. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I would love to run around and beat shit with a pair of shotgun gauntlets.
We need to own the game for that. And then we'd have to probably play online. I guess I can shoot too.
How much was it?
Oh, I died. Just at the end there. It launches an attack that stuns it, but you gotta get to a certain range for it to do it, it seems. And then I gotta close that range and hit it kind of close to range. Wow. It actually exited out of the stage of that. That or that was just a level by itself. It might have been actually.
There! That's the facility! I can't believe how well
Okay.
it withstood the years. A shame still. Dr.
It's
Malone
nice
would
not
have
to have
never
to go
let
through that
something like this
level
hinder the
again
progress
to
of his
get
work.
up to this point.
I can only imagine what we'll find it.
Definitely.
Oh dear! Watch out, team! The treasure hunt will have to wait until you kill those Grim!
I don't want to try the passive run. I don't want to kill the Grim.
Isn't that kind of like the whole point?
I'm pretty sure there's not a passive run option.
I was gonna say, like, isn't killing the Grim literally the entire point?
I would say so. Well, some games they give you an option not to do stuff like that, but I don't think this one does.
Well, yeah, because it wouldn't make any sense in the context of the universe.
The
Like, in
passive
Metal Gear
option
Solid,
is
yeah,
not
you
to
can
advance the
bypass
game.
using all of your full weapons and do a pacifist run, because in universe he's the ultimate fucking stealth soldier, but...
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Starting to get a slightly better handle on my counter too.
Oh, that's good.
back away from that when he does that. It's a short window, but I think I can actually counter that. Maybe not.
You won't be missed.
I wonder if I can shoot this one to death. You almost seem to be able to shoot the bigger ones to death. Which is a strategy. It takes some time. At least I think my bullets are
Ruby, Grim Eclipse.
It's on sale right now, so if you did want to buy it, it is cheaper than it has been. I've been waiting for it to come on sale once again.
Leave it to me.
You have all 4 volumes? Oh, the video bundle. Oh, it's got the whole show and everything. That's cool.
Yeah. I wouldn't worry about buying it really, because you can watch it for free on like Rooster Teeth and YouTube.
Leave it to me.
And plenty of anime websites already soon.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, if it's good enough, support the source, you know.
Yeah, you can go to the source and watch it for free though. So I don't know how much support the source there is for that.
Fair enough.
If you get it off stream.
Well, I know what you're saying. It's just I'm thinking like, well, that was like, what was it? The second Avatar series, The Legend of Korra. Most of that was available online from Nickelodeon's thing. I still freaking bought the DVD because I actually liked the damn show. I felt like it got shafted. Just like Avatar did. Nickelodeon sucks. God, I'm gonna get you demonetized with these opinions, aren't I?
Hopefully not. I don't think.
Please remember that I do not represent Mr. Rickalishous or his opinions. I'm a completely neutral third party.
I don't think I'm at the stage where I can actually monetize anything. Ow! This thing like hits me once and knocks my shield down.
No, the game does have DLC.
Yeah, there's like, the DLC is costumes, which I'm not really wanting to translate.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, but then there's the one that says just Juniper. It's like, is that actually like something else? Because it's more expensive.
Yeah, it's a second team.
Oh, like actual... Oh, it makes Team Juniper playable.
Yeah, Team Juniper, Yeah, beat that level, and then the building apparently fell down. Weird. I did not
That's what you were saying earlier, but I didn't understand. I'm sorry. Damn, I keep talking over you. My bad.
AFK. I'm gonna go AFK and take a slight break from this.